Late and gay. I can't even believe you're saying that, Finn. I can't believe you said it. Are you working right now? You ha waka? Let's see. What am I? Oh, yeah. All right. I'm going to do some work tonight. Are you working right now, Finn? What are you doing right now? Just you and my mom watching me. Finn is out there laying salt down, laying down the salt. What's the deal, Garfield? Dude, let me tell you, Frog Tony's chat is some salty little buttholes, boy. They are grumpy little butts. Liam just loves to be fucking defended in there, too. Come back on Tuesday, Matt. Come back on what? What are you talking about? In the city. I don't know if I'm gonna really watch some of this. I just started watching a little bit of his first fucking live stream that he was doing. That shit was crazy, dude. That shit was crazy. Sorry, I'm back. Had to go get something. So now that Finn's here, we gotta entertain this motherfucker. This motherfucker's working. He's out there salting the streets of fucking Rochester, doing the Lord's work, while Frog Tony's chat is just fucking losing their shit. Dude, it's wild. Like, Matt Barr, we don't talk. Dude, it was so funny. I went over there, like, dropped some bullshit, of course. Agent of Chaos went over there and was just like, hey, Liam, why are you telling people you don't strike anybody when you struck me? You know what I mean? Just saying some shit like that. Like, so what's it like having Riley, now that Riley's threatening to rape you, what's it feel like? I remember you cheering him on. How's that feel? LOL. Dude, they were just not having it. It was like, Matt Barr, you're just looking for attention. We haven't talked about you in a year. And then Liam was like, yeah. Oh, well, actually, like he was trying to say that he hadn't said anything about it. I was like, what are you talking about? Like, you use my fucking image in AI fucking art or whatever. Not AI art, but like AI images that you were doing on your fucking story time, bro. What are you talking about? And he was like, oh, yeah. He can't even keep his own shit together. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're right. I did do that. Oh man, Tony is a good friend. Tony is a good friend. Matt Barr, you're crying. And I'm like, yo, the only person who's literally cried is Liam. Liam is the only one who's actually fucking cried on a stream repeatedly. Not like, oh man, one time he started crying about Boy Scouts. No, this motherfucker's cried multiple fucking times in front of his wife and shit. It's depressing as shit. It's not winter. Yes, it is. It's winter somewhere. Boggin. Scarlet, thank you for being here. Taking a little break away from your From videos. Dick and Vito's show is dead. Their own audience is turning on. Dude, the audience is like turning on each other. I saw like a fucking clip of like, oh shit, it was like Vito, Frog Tony, Liam, and Ethan all streaming together talking about shit. And I was like, ugh, look at this fucking axis of fucking disgusting. I can't think of another word. Just fucking slime. Just grimy, fat motherfuckers. It's gross. So they're fighting each other. Yeah, dude. As soon as like the Eric July shit like cooled down, you know, I mean, the guy's just putting out books. This guy just keeps putting out books. You may not like him. You may fucking hate him. You may think Eric July is a fucking antichrist, but the guy's just delivering comics, which are just fucking comic books. Like he's not delivering fucking scripture. He's not delivering the next gospel of fucking Christ. He's just delivering comic books. So you pay for a comic book and you get one. No, there's only so much of that you could fucking A-log, especially when the guy doesn't reply. So that kind of dried up, and then they're all just kind of shitting on each other and going at each other, which it's no surprise when you have a whole bunch of just fucking amoral dirtbags. You have a whole bunch of people with no fucking backbone and no like sense of dignity or self-respect. Of course they're going to start fucking attacking each other. It's wild. It's wild what people will fucking flip on each other for. Super Killer, where is that, dude? Vito has also cried on a stream. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Yeah, keep them away from your fucking kids. Keep them away from your kids, especially if you got Bluey. Hey, hon. Hey, hon. Eric barely streams anymore. He mainly posts updates to his books and father stuff. That's it. Yo, man, and his fucking, not that I'm bitching, but I'm gonna bitch for a second. His fucking email back and forth is, I've never fucking seen this before, dude. I've never been like, hey, but and I'm like, yeah, that sounds cool. All right, cool. And then like it'll be like not 3 months, but it'll be like 2 weeks, and then he'll like reply to a fucking email like he's replying the next day. Yeah. I'm like, wait a minute, what? So I gotta go back and read the emails. Like, what were we talking about? Oh, okay. I've signed an NDA, so I can't say what I'm doing, but I'm gonna do some shit with him. Why not? Why not? I don't have a contract with anybody, right? It's not gonna affect my shit with Splato and Richard, because it's not like I'm doing like big books for Eric. I think he just wants me to do like some other stuff, so it'll be fun. I don't mind. Am I letting that out of the bag? I don't know. I mean, he was like, "Hey, do you want to do some stuff for me?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." He was like, "How much is this going to cost?" I said, "It'll cost this much." He was like, "All right, well, it'll be consistent work." I was like, "All right, cool," which is dope. That's what it's all about as an artist, as a freelancer. Like consistent work. Like you hear the words consistent work, you're like, done. Yeah, we may get you to like go over logos and like rework logos. Really? Count me in, dude. That's my jam right there. So, whatever. Just keep on keeping on. You know what I mean? Just keep on making books while everybody else just like fucking flounders and does weird shit like Liam. Dude, I don't even want to watch this thing. I wish somebody would hop on here so they could talk so that I could just fucking get back to work. I just kind of want to doodle and stream and talk some shit. I'm also willing. Tonight I'm working on a logo. I'm working on a logo for a design company. So that's cool. Out of Brooklyn. What? Brooklyn. It's got like a spray can and somebody's face on it, and there's a grenade and shit involved. It's not Comicsgate or anything. It is indie comics, but it's just not. It has nothing to do with Comicsgate. So I'm saying, do work get paid. But you know, I'm like used to being in like an art department where like everybody's just like talking shit while you work. You know what I mean? I'm just sitting here. I'm halfway done with a pot of coffee and I'm super chatty. All right, so like watch this shit. Watch this stream like if you don't mind. There's like moments where he looks like he's doing some shading. I know I've already gone over this, but it's like let's go back to the beginning. Let's go back. Right? Let's go back and see some of the earlier shit. The earlier, like, oh, look, see, I've told people I was drawing. I've proven Matt Barr was full of shit. I drew online. This is the shit that he's talking about. So it's like he'll like post this shit. It'll be totally debunked. And then he'll delete it and then say that it wasn't debunked. Does that make sense? So he'll like post a video and be like, what the fuck kind of shit are you posting, dude? And then he'll delete it. And then a year later, he'll be like, yeah, I posted proof. Okay, bro. So when you see him like drawing, you'll see like some like shading going on around the eye. And like while the shading is happening, he's like reading an article. He's like reading something else in the chat. So it's like, wow. So that's just one of the like, what the fuck? One of the red flags is he's reading something in another window clearly while multiple strokes are happening in the art. So it's like he's just like not even looking at the art when he's doing it. It's a little shenanigans. And then also there's some shading. You'll see some like repetitive hand shading, right? And there's no fucking upper shoulder movement. Matt, why are you being like this? I'm just saying. I'm just being honest. Like this is the original quantum computer comment. Right? It had nothing to do with Malin, even though Malin wishes that it was about him. The quantum computer was basically a joke about this fucking stream. Right? So he was like, you've got multiple apps open and you're operating in both apps at the same time, then you have like a quantum computer. Like what fucking laptop, which, you know, what laptop is able to operate two apps at the same time? Like you can't. You got to like open up one window, work in it, then click the other window and then work in it. Like you're not drawing in one window while highlighting and clicking and reading chats in another window. And that's what he does. Like it's not just, oh, I'm just kind of glancing over. No, he's like highlighting the chats while there's like multiple pencil strokes going on. So it's just like, what the fuck? That's not possible. And I even like sat here on my system was like, how did he do that? How is that possible for him to like to work StreamYards and do, Photoshop at the same time? I mean, it's not. I mean, it's just not. It's not possible. He's going to people who like won't like question his BS because they have their own bullshit, right? So like Tony doesn't want to be questioned, so he's going to hang out with people who also don't want to be questioned, like Liam. Liam doesn't want to get questioned. He doesn't want to get pushed, so of course he's going to go somewhere where there's no push. I don't know. I think, yeah, I think he might have been doing this with a mouse. So you'll have to see this slide. This hashtag map bar was always right. It's a bummer, but not really. Hold on. I'll turn my camera on in a second. In the city.
And maybe I can sell this, Maybe we'll do a calendar.
So Liam wants to do a calendar of men kissing each other.
My biggest fans. I'm going to draw some of my biggest fans today. That's what I'm going to do. They've been insisting that I draw, guys. So here we go. It starts out rough, So it's going to be interesting. We're going to see if they are going to take my half drawn. Is that Bar's chest? Not yet. No. This is two heads. This is two really sweet guys that have they've been it's about time that they were interlocked in passionate coitus, It's been a long time over.
It's funny they're still going off about me slouching.
Bit of karma here.
They're still talking about my chest like I'm like
since I'm the slouching. Provocateur. How about like, I do some
boy, why don't you show your tits? And I'm like,
since all of this is my fault, let's show people what I can do. Here we go.
Flex them.
Yeah, it's going to be really fun. Now,
flex them.
The thing is, guys, I don't want to get my channel struck, which is what they're going to try and do. So the completed version of this,
I took my shirt off and then fucking sat like that and was just like,
maybe
fuck.
A3.
So he took a picture of it and was like, look at you, Matt Bar. I'm like,
maybe
God
I'll put it on. Maybe I'll put it on.
No, take another picture while I'm
maybe what do you call it? Maybe
it's the internet.
Maybe.
But that's okay.
Kickstarter, since they're a bit more down with this scene. You know what I mean?
That's okay.
They're a bit more into this. So.
Right. Like, Matt Bar, look at your body.
And not only is it
a couple energy drinks, it's not much. Certainly, I love you to check out like the playmats and t-shirts and stuff, because I think that's really good value. Like the t-shirt and playmat count.
Wilberforce, exactly. I'm sorry. You may also be taking trips down to the gay bar when I'm done here. You might. Just a warning. Like Spider-Man's famous.
So I'm saying, like,
dance,
how is he?
How is
he doing that? How is he highlighting somebody's chat when like the cursor's moving? That's shenanigans.
Now I'm on my laptop, so there's a tiny bit of fucking lag. I think I've got my computer here and my laptop here, because if I draw on my computer, it lags and crashes. So I've got my laptop here, and we're just working. That's why
Man,
I'm
bro,
sorry.
why
I'm not
does he
looking at
try
the
to
camera.
sound
I'm
like
gonna look
Mad
at my
Max?
screen.
He's acting like he's the Mel Gibson poser.
Just get this.
He's
really
actually
special
from
for these guys.
Australia.
I gotta have a really,
Oh, I did. I started
remember
flexing
to
my
draw the
fucking
head
chest,
wound.
and I
I
lost
guess
2
I'll have
viewers.
to, like it's it's all, I know that he's yeah. Oh, am I gonna be able to get his face this angle? We'll see. We'll see. I'm gonna
That's
have
how
to
he's
use my
drawing.
imagination.
Some
See
random.
what
He was
we
like,
can
"Hey
do
man,
here.
could you draw 2 guys
Who's he
kissing?"
gonna be?
and then
Who's he gonna
record it?
be having? Who's he gonna be having hand jobs with, guys? Who's he gonna be Who's gonna be jerking each other off in this picture? I wonder.
This is a great question. Who's going to be jerking who in that picture? If anyone is to hop in and change the subject, feel free. You can jump in, change the subject.
I wonder who do you think? Who do you think the other person's going to be? Make sure I get the nose right. I'm a Comics 8 king now, guys. It's upset some people. They pushed me, and I guess they'll claim that this is
we're super upset.
Unforgivable. They wanted this. They kept asking me to draw for them, guys. Kept fucking asking me to draw for them. How you doing, Mr. Yonafui? Mr. Yonafui, it's good to see you. As I rage draw, my friend. Rage against the dying of the light. I've got to keep the chat going up here.
What was the deal with his recent shit was like, yo, I'm gonna put a knife. Like he's pulling out his fucking kitchen knives.
I've got my computer. I got my computer over here for my stream, and my laptop over here for my drawing.
So he's got 2. He's just saying he's like he's got 2 computers.
It's inconvenient.
So it's like he's saying he's got his computer and his laptop, right? So, and he's barely moving, right? So work that out. So imagine you have a computer in front of you and you're drawing 2 guys kissing with a fucking mouse. And with the same hand, you're also on your laptop highlighting chats, and you're reading chats. So you're reading chats and highlighting while at the same time you're drawing something with your mouse. So you've got some serious hand movement going on, right? That I'm just like I call shenanigans on it. For somebody being super still, I call bullshit. See, I wish you could be a detective and smoke weed. If you could see, that doesn't, it's like, nah, you can't really smoke weed and also be like a homicide detective, because that would be that shit would be dope. I'd be like, all right, let's check the blood splatter. That shit don't look right. Yeah, he did it. Yo, bro, you do it? Yeah, you did. But gotta be sober.
Inconvenient, but we're gonna fucking.
Columbo looks like he's baked though, right? You ever watch Columbo? He looks baked.
It's not Ethan. The nose is too small. You're right. It's not Ethan. Until I see you in the Burger King crown, I won't believe it's real. Yeah, we only have a Hungry Jack's here, man. We don't have Burger King. But I was looking for what do you call it? Hold on. There we go. I was looking for a crown
right now. I could talk, but I can't go into the chat. I'm sitting here and I'm building this thing, I'm drawing.
Wait. Now I know. It's like poetry. It rhymes. Exactly. You get it. You're
and then I click that. And then I can click this. You know what I mean? It's like I click all this shit. I could operate here. But if I want to go back to drawing, I got to click that window and get back into this. So now I'm drawing my shit. And I can't, operate the fucking StreamYard. It's very bizarre. How bizarre. Ooh, baby. Making me crazy. Every time I look around. Every time I look around. Every time I look around. It's Liam's face. Do, 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 do.
Guys, we're making history here together. It rhymes. They're gonna waste a couple.
It's funny is like if you go onto my channel, you can see like I've drawn Liam, but like I drew him as like he was wearing like Roman armor or something like that. Like I drew like a picture of Liam, and I did it like live, and you could see me doing it. It's kind of funny. Which I'm trying to work out like a new setup, right? Where I want to have like a screen behind me and have it pointing. I don't know. Dude. Liam tracing Dr. Doom led to all of this. This was before Dr. Doom. This was before. 08/21/2004. That's when this was done. 2004.
I don't like Micah, but how he treated me was shitty, gaslighting and all of this. But like, I wouldn't do that to him. I'm not the bad guy, guys. Believe it or not, they don't want you to believe that I am. Not enough chins. Yes. Hold on. There's quite a bit of focus. It's going to probably take an hour or so to go do it, and you'll see. This is why I don't do this shit for you guys, because this is time away from drawing. I could be actually doing something.
Bro,
for a book that I'm working on.
That's why Liam has gone crazy. He's eaten too much human meat and pooped it.
But I'm guessing someone will.
He's done it too many times.
And while they're raging
the world
about
elite
it for the
is
next,
like, Liam,
years,
you must only do the ritual
on 100 different live streams
5 times.
While they go around and tell my employers that I'm.
Once you've done that, you have shit maxed. And Liam is just like, nah, I'm going to fucking go all the way. So not only is he eating the human meat.
Aha, that's what the bad guy would say.
Eating the feces. He's also
okay, maybe I'm a villain. I'm the super villain now.
He's saran wrapping what he doesn't eat. Truly? And he's huffing it in the morning.
Give a bit of it back. Better get this right.
He huffs and eats his own poo-poo.
I haven't ever drawn two men making passionate love to one another before, but I see it every day on the internet. Fills my feed.
You know what I mean? Like when I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna draw a picture of Liam. Like it was Liam with like a fucking sword. And like,
so here we go. They wanted original art. They wanted to see me draw.
You know what I mean? Like not like, hey, I'm gonna draw Liam, make it out with a guy. Like
make sure his lips are nice and pouty.
But
at the gay bar.
To be fair, I did draw Liam giving JDA a blowjob, which I did apologize for.
Nice,
it was really a jab
style,
at JDA and not
style for you guys that are fans of the Conquest manga. That's requires no talent at all to do. It's not at all a difficult job. Apparently, it just flies out of your hands like it's nothing. No years of practice or diligent toiling away over the drawing desk. It just magically appears.
Dude, that's why Ethan doesn't show the emails anymore, dude. Because some of my emails like, dude, I fucking dare you to bring Ethan back.
Just the right amount of
and then I end it with like, go finish your fucking gay book.
This, passionate scene.
You're so mean. You're so mean, Matt Barr. You're a bully. You're a bully, Matt Barr.
You know,
finish your fucking book, dude.
1 second. Yeah.
Yeah, I dare you.
The
Dude.
important thing
Dude,
is that love
bring him
won.
back.
Heterosexual love.
And he did.
I don't know about that. I don't think that's what we're seeing here.
I love it.
Dirty sock. Yeah.
I really have to get this done.
Now I know that. Yeah. Oh, that's nice. Yeah. I just. Is that too chinny? Is that too chinny? Yeah, no, I think that's good. I think that's
so
nice.
weird,
That's
dude. And like the fucking Tony chat, they were like, I was like, yeah, they're a bunch of unproductive grifters. And they're like, what are you doing, Matt Barr? What are you working on, Matt Barr? And I'm like, I'm working on this and this and this. And they were like, whatever. What do you want, a head pat? Good for you. Whoop-de-doo, Matt Barr. Like, what the fuck?
We've got to keep it above the
chest
level here for you guys on YouTube. Dude. But don't worry. We're not.
And then they were talking about symmetrical, and then I think I brought up.
We've got to capture this moment, guys.
Men's breasts were not symmetrical
between these two passionate men, these artists.
It's so weird. It's like is he trying to say this is him and me kissing?
Not at all obsessive lunatics.
You know what I mean? Like, is this supposed to be Liam and myself kissing?
Fucking. Here we go. That does look like Mike is chin or Brian Christgau. Leave Brian alone. Brian's just going through some stuff.
Oh, he's shitting on Brian Christgau.
Okay.
That's fucked up.
I'm not good at multitasking here, guys. I'm rocking two mouses. I'm like I'm in the Matrix, guys. I'm in the fucking Matrix at the gay bar.
He's in the Matrix at the gay bar.
How you doing?
With two mice in his hands.
You're missing out on this. We're making some history because everything I do is history. I'm, the Koala King of comics here. I'm one of the CG Kings apparently, and I was inspired by Sturgis drawing and angered by one of my employees contacting me this morning, telling me that people were.
I love that, dude. They're like, Matt Barr, you looking for attention? It's like, bro. Tony paid for Ethan's drawing of Renowned. He paid like $300-400. And he was like, yeah, I made a whole bunch off of that, off of t-shirts and shit. And it was like, okay, dude. But like right out of the gate, it was like, my name is Frog Tony. And hey, Ethan, here's some money. And of course, Ethan is just fucking a retard and a whore. He doesn't care. You just throw him some money. He doesn't give a fuck where it's from or who's it from. He can be. Treat him like a fucking rattlesnake. Like I could sit down next to a campfire with a rattlesnake. Because once you know it's a rattlesnake, you get it. Does that make sense? Like you're not a rattlesnake, Finn. You're like a grumpy albatross. I don't know. Like once you realize what somebody is, you're like, okay, that's what somebody is. Okay. But for most of the time, they're pretty cool. I feel bad that I was like, yo, man, stop talking that Rothschild shit on Finn's, because Finn's channel and Finn should be able to let cut and paste. I'm sorry.
Telling them that we're not making real art here. I'm not a real artist. So we're gonna show everyone live just how much of how real it all is.
I feel sad that I just found this in my feed.
For the folks at home.
Good
See,
night.
I like to hire artists. I like to
go
employ
making any
artists
fucking
because I
videos
felt
by
like
the
my
river.
dream of being a professional comic book artist was shot when I saw the soul-crushing work of Jim Lee, and I realized I could never stand in that man's shadow.
I hadn't hung out with him or anything, but I had heard about him.
But I've made a number of successful books. We've got to get that wince just right, you know. It's got to.
I've heard of.
We've got to get the characters right. Yeah, just in like that. Yeah. Did Cider die? Is he with Testify now? Hold on. No, I don't think so. I think he's probably still out there watching this stream.
Yeah, like I had heard about him
right
through
now,
my friend
he has to get special
Vinny.
treatment like this.
I'll turn him down. Like I mean, this is a tale as old as time. I've already told it a couple times, but let me sip on some coffee and I'll tell you the tale. So I had like got a hold of Comicsgate really through watching Zach's videos. So it went from watching movie reviews to comic reviews to Zach videos. Kind of was like the algorithm of the YouTube. It was like bushcrafting videos. Like I was like watching a whole bunch of like videos of like people making huts and shit, and then comic book reviews, and I was doing it while I was, and I'm not like fucking bragging or anything, but I was like an art director at this screen printing shop, which it wasn't that big of a deal. It was like me and two other people. So it was like art director of three people. So I mean it wasn't that big of a deal. It was just like scheduling and shit like that. And divvying up the work amongst the three of us. So I'd get my shit done and I would just be like chilling in the office, like waiting for them to get done. And I would like watch some videos, or I would watch videos while I was like working and like listening. And then it's somehow like it went from like your boys act videos to I think Comicsgate was mentioned, and I was like, "What's that?" And I Googled, I did a search on that, and then started watching Ethan, and started watching some of the other stuff. But like by the time I was watching, this is like Liam had just left, so I was like watching all this stuff, and I saw my friend Vinny Tardamello, and like I was like, oh shit, like I know Vinny, like not like hey internet buddy Vinny, like I knew Vinny, like we used to go to this comic book convention together all the time in Myrtle Beach. Like I live just south of Myrtle Beach, and it was always a fun convention, and it was always fun to know that Vinny and several other people would be there every year. It was fun. So good memories of Vinny. He's a straight-laced guy. I get no joke. Like we went to like the strip club afterwards, which I wasn't even fucking ready to go or like planning on going. Like the showrunner, right, the convention guy was like, "Hey man, do you want to go to the strip club? We're gonna go to Masters after dinner. Do you want to go with us?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'll go with everybody, sure." Like thinking, he was like, "All right, cool." And so then like he goes to talk, and he comes back over to me and like hands me a fucking, it was like $200 of like ones, and he was like, "Here, fucking can you drive over there?" And I was like, because I lived there, right? So like I had a vehicle, I had a fucking truck, and like it was big enough that like I could drive over there. So I was like, yeah, sure. But so I ended up not drinking that much. I think I had like 2 beers because Myrtle Beach is notorious for DUI. So I barely caught a buzz and just like chilled and got to watch everybody else. But like Vinny didn't drink at all. Like he was like, Diet Coke, please. Not like weird or anything, but he just I've never seen, out of like the 5-6 times we've hung out and partied, like I've never seen him. I've never seen him like smoke weed or drink a beer. Like he's pretty straight edge, which is fine. And he was like right with the flow. It wasn't like weird at all. But like, he would watch our tables. So like me and Bob Camp would like go out to the beach and like smoke a joint, or like we'd go out to the parking lot and smoke a joint, and come back, and Vinny would be watching the tables. I mean, nobody was going to steal my shit, but somebody might steal something from Bob Camp's table. So I knew him. So I was like, oh shit, what's up? And so I was like, yo, man, what's going on? You're in this Comicsgate thing? And he had like just fucking like had a falling out with Ethan. So like he was like super fucking piping hot with Ethan when I started hanging out. And it was Vinny and Red Gaze and the chick who was making this werewolf book. I forgot her name. It was like a manga book. She was there. And through Vinny, I met Lola After Midnight, and Lola After Midnight was like a pretty dope show that had Unhinged and Ink Spots and Dan Plagle and fucking everybody. There was a bunch of people on there. That was Tugs, which was like, you know what I mean? It was like I showed up thinking, oh, this lady's like pretty nice. Like I'm married, so you don't have to worry about like anything or being weird. But like, turns out she was like collecting dick pics from dudes and stuff. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, please don't ever fucking, like, that ain't never gonna work. You're never gonna get nothing. So he was like super pissed off at Ethan. And because I guess there was like an auction, and Vinny was left in the background, or in the backstage, and that fucking pissed him off. And somebody was like, well, Vinny's not Comicsgate anymore, and Ethan was like, oh, he's not, and then just like fucking wrote him off, and that like really pissed. So like I heard a lot about that from Vinny, but I had never hung out with Liam. Like Liam was never on a stream with us. Like there's no screenshots, nothing of me and Liam on a stream together. I just heard about him, he was like, yeah, my friend Liam, he worked really hard, he was doing this. So it's like I had heard about Liam from Vinny. And at first I was like, oh wow, oh well, that's cool, he did a book, I didn't, you don't know who he is. You're just hearing. I mean, imagine like what would be your opinion of Liam if all you heard was Vinny? You're thinking this guy doesn't seem too bad, like, But then Vinny's like telling me how he fucking was almost gonna do Spider-Man with this writer, and like the writer had like worked it all out, and they were gonna like do this whole project. It was like, yeah, like I was gonna get the scripts on Monday, but they called us on Sunday and said that we weren't doing it, and so it got canceled. And I was just like, wait a minute, what? Like you're scheduled to do Spider-Man, and then they just like take it away from you? And did you have a contract or anything? Like, did you meet anybody? And he was like, no, the writer like set it all together. And I was like, what the fuck? And then finally he said who the writer was, and he said that the writer was Liam. And I was like, so Liam talked to Marvel and set this whole gig up for you and him to do Spider-Man, but at the last moment Joe Quesada steals it from you? and you don't have any fucking paperwork? And Vinny was like, yeah. I was like, what the fuck? Okay. All right, man. I don't know. Was it Liam or you? Like, what the fuck? But so then I don't know. Then, so I never really like hung, and then like Liam like proceeded to like fuck off furthermore. You know what I mean? Or further away, furthermore. Like further away into wherever he was in his when he was out. Cause like he was gone for a while. Like he was here, he was doing weird shit, and then he left, and then he came back and did more weird shit. An angry albatross, yes. You're noisy, you flap your wings a lot, but you're not dangerous. Honk, honk, honk. Liam dropped out mid to late 2002 till he came back with Dino King. Yep. Yes. Yes. That's my fin. Yes. Yes. Yeah, dude. Lola Meets. What the fuck? All the pics. Dude, yeah. They were like, yo, man, she'd be collecting them dick pics. I was like, what? She's nice to me. She seems like a nice lady. It seems like she's here supporting comic books and supporting Comicsgate. But the only CG channels I originally knew about was EVS and the other Kings channels. I had no idea about the other parts of Comicsgate like Dark Grift or Outer Pangea. Not until early 2024. Yeah, there's so much. There's like a whole kinds of shit happening before I showed up. Like the whole rise and fall of War Campaign, the first version of War Campaign with Roe and Gat and all that, like that had all like fucking come and gone when I showed up. See what I'm saying? Like I'm just looking over here. He's over there fucking making lines while highlighting shit. It's very bizarre, dude. He's highlighting comments while at the same time doing this, and he's doing this with two separate mice. Do you say mice if it's like a computer mouse? You say mice, right? He's got two mice, and he's working like this in tandem. Shit. What's going on, Kirk? I bet you're as drunk as I am coffee wired. I didn't create a YouTube account or Kiwi account until the Eric July split and Dungeoneer split. I haven't been on Kiwi Farms in a while. Maybe I should go check it out. I feel fine not having looked at it for a while. I think I like went last time I went, to be honest, I saw a bunch of like people taking shits on your boy Zach and was just like, yeah, I don't really feel like reading any of this, which is my prerogative. Yeah, I was just like, man, there's only so much like, fuck your boy Zach, fuck him. Like, there's only so much that I want to listen to hear that. Like, I get it. You know what I mean? Like, noted, dog. Fuck. Any way you want it, that's the way I need it. Any way you want it. put a curve on it. So I got to do that. Got to put a curve on it. You ever seen the movie Always? Finn, you should see that movie after you finish watching The Matrix. Watch whatever movie I just said. See, I sketched it out. Always with the dude from Jaws. Did I say something Jaws? That's the fucking name. I was like, what the fucking name in the fucking movie? I just said Jaws. Again with the guy. Always with the dude from Jaws. I am really pushing the little fella. I haven't talked about Close Encounters of the Third Kind, but do you want to hear this fucking guy talking? I'm sorry.
Is it too late to homage the poster of The Notebook? It is for now, but maybe if this shit continues,
See what I'm saying? He's like zooming in and out with the art while he's highlighting videos. Look at that. He just did it. It is impossible for you to do multiple fucking strokes while also fucking working your.
How are you doing, my friend? It's good to see you. Yes. Hold on. I'm multitasking too much. I'm becoming retarded. Hold on a minute. Okay. So I get that.
Bullshit.
So smash that and share. All right. Back to it. I'm back to it. Here we go.
You paused it.
I saw a tweet of Peak 24 today. It was a flat-chested knockoff elf girl with green skin and little.
Yeah, I don't feel like listening to that shit. It's two guys kissing. Yeah. Always maxi pads. Yeah, that's exactly what it's about. Yeah. Dude, it's always is about dude, I wouldn't work on a sports jacket either, dude. Are you fucking kidding? Always is about a guy who was, I'm talking really slow, I apologize. Always is about a guy. He used to be a helicopter pilot. That's not true. He was an airplane pilot. He was a firefighter, airplane pilot. He would scoop up, water and then dump it on fires, forest fires, shit like that. So he has a girlfriend. It's all good. And in the beginning of the movie, he fucking crashes and dies. John Goodman is his friend. He's another pilot. It's a tragic thing. And so then he fucking wakes up. Richard Dreyfuss like wakes up and he's like, holy shit, I'm dead. And they're like, yeah, you're dead, but you're gonna be like somebody's guardian advisor or something. So you're gonna follow another pilot, and so this lady is like, when you're doing something and you're like hearing advice in your head, like it's somebody. It's a cute story. It's a cute story, but I like the concept of it. I always imagine like grumpy old guys behind me, like fucking telling me my shit sucks. Like imagine, like fucking Jack Kirby looking at my stuff and telling me that it's not dynamic and like, you know what I mean? Like I imagine people like, Frazetta telling me that it's not, the pose needs to be more dynamic or. I mean, I know it's not dead people whispering shit in my ears, but it's a nice thought. So I was drawing and doing the sketches for the logo on my pad during the day. I got one of them 12.5 pads. Nice. Mm. It's so bizarre, dude. It's so bizarre. How bizarre. How bizarre. What's up, Scarlett?
Hey, what's up, man? I figured I'd hang out with you. I got to waste a few hours myself.
How's it going?
Not bad. Just setting up stuff for the weekend.
What's going on this weekend? Father's Day, right?
Oh yeah, definitely doing that this weekend. It's my dad's birthday. It's on Father's Day.
Nice.
So I don't know what we're gonna do yet, but I'll let him decide whatever he wants to do. We'll probably hang out and probably go out somewhere. It's summertime too, so it's a good time.
Yo, it's been hot as shit.
I know. Well, we had bad weather all day today. Ridiculously crazy storms.
Dude, we went to Virginia to visit, and it was like, hey, you guys visited on like the hottest day of the year. It was like we were like, let's go to Busch Gardens, and it was like 98 degrees. It was fucking crazy, dude. We were just like, holy shit.
Yeah, humidity hits in too. It's
fun. Yeah.
Just fun.
Just sweaty. Just walking around sweating.
You finally get in the AC and you freeze yourself because your shirt is just so wet from your own sweat. It's great down here.
Have you been to Busch Gardens?
No, we go to Bellingraph Gardens though down here. We actually went recently. They had like a Chinese lantern festival display set up for at night. So we had all these lights and stuff set out throughout the garden. It was pretty cool. A little interactive stuff for the kids to mess with or play with.
Yeah, it's summertime. You got to keep them kids active.
Mm-hmm.
I took him to a I don't know. I'm always worried about saying shit because people will fucking like repeat it. But like I took my kids to like the indoor like rock climbing center that they have here in Athens, and
yeah,
it's fun because I could just sit there and chill, and they can get crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But we went today, and they like teamed up with like two other little girls, and it was just squealing. You know what I mean? Just like, let's play hide and go seek, and then they would find each other and be shocked, and it was just like, holy cow! It was so loud. It was awesome. You know what I mean? I'm bitching, but it was awesome. That they were playing around like that, but it was just in a closed area. It was just them all loud. Screaming, dude. I was like,
especially in there too, because oh man, I mean, I've been to some of those, but it hasn't echoed as bad. I don't know how y'all's are like the inside if it echoes really bad in there. But yeah,
it was crazy.
It's like the arcades and stuff now. When you go in there and the kids are screaming and shit, you're just like, oh god. And then you leave the arcade, and you realize like what silence was. It's crazy.
Luckily, we were there long enough to like wear them out. So as soon as they got in the car, they were like fucking. They were just like, "Daddy, I was just." So I was like, "Oh shit, I'm taking the long way home." You know what I mean? I was like, "Let me just take a couple of extra left turns and just fucking drive around while they're asleep."
Enjoy the silence for a moment.
Dude. Just no music, nothing. Just drive around for a second. Because as soon as they wake up, it's like, diddy.
Dude, a 30-minute nap for a young kid, man, that is like hell on us. That's another 8 hours of just pure chaos for them.
Yeah. Like a dude, and it's not even, and if it's in the car, there's some kind of weird thing that happens. I don't understand, but it's like normally like a good like half an hour nap and they're good to go. But if they just fall asleep for like a second in the car, that's it. They don't need a nap after that. You know what I mean? They're like, I'm asleep. There's no like transferring of that sleep into the nap. You know what I mean? So it's like as soon as you pull in, that's it. You're not gonna get them like, all right, guys.
Into it.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like
then they're gonna be cranky because it's like a half-ass nap, so they're not fully nap proper. And then when they finally do start to crash, it's bad.
it is so bad, dude.
You're just like,
I don't want to
could you
take a
please
nap.
just
I'm
fall?
not tired.
I know, like how many times they fall on the floor, passed out on those kind of days because they didn't get a proper nap. And so it's one of them. We just kind of have to wear it down until we crash in the middle of the floor. You take them to the room, and you're like, finally.
Yeah, I don't everything take a nap. I'm not tired. All right, sounds like we're gonna take a walk around the neighborhood. You know, it's like
right. Throw them outside with the water hose. Here, have fun in sprinkler system.
Oh,
enjoy.
I got one of those like bouncy house water things. Dude, that is like been so worth the money.
I think like splash pad things now and all kinds of like inflatable things.
Oh yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, dude, this thing, it has like a climbing thing that like goes into a little platform that turns into like a slide. The slide goes into like another pool, and there's all these little like sprinkles. So you have to hook up a blower. You know, you have to hook up a blower, and then you have to hook up the hose to it.
Right.
You know, but it's badass. It's awesome. You know, it's perfect for them.
I bet, man. That'd be hella fun.
Yeah, but every day we have that thing on, we'll get like a notification of like a water. Hey, you know what I mean? Like the water company just like, hey, just FYI, you've
you got a little bit of water there.
You've blown through about 400 gallons of water today, just FYI.
We didn't know if there was a leak or if you're aware of what's going on.
Exactly. You got somebody with the shits or something? You're okay with it?
Somebody left a water hose on. What's going on here?
Is this live? Okay. What's going on? You haven't been in here in a while.
Which part? Us talking or Liam?
This is Liam drawing two guys. This is not live. This is old stuff.
Yeah.
It's something that CB Brown gave me. And it's it looks like me and Liam kissing.
It's weird.
It's very weird. This is what Liam decided to pantomime that he was doing. He's like cosplaying that he's doing this.
But he's doing it fast. Like it is kind of trippy watching it because he is. I don't know if you have it sped up or whatever, but it's like, Jesus Christ, dude is like kind of like whether it's good or not, he is quickly stroking and pressing buttons here.
And he's working two separate mouses.
Mices.
He's using two separate mice.
Yeah.
He's using two separate interface tools on two separate computers.
It is kind of wild, though. I mean, it's possible. I'm assuming. At first, I was wondering if it was like pre-recorded or something, and he was trying to like play it off as he was live doing it.
That's what I think he's doing.
But he had that perfect pause, so I didn't know if he just paused the video.
I think he's pausing it.
Okay.
He's pausing in places because sometimes he's not pausing it. Like right there, like that right there, like he zoomed in and out. While he zoomed in and out, he brought up a super chat. So there's no way that you can interact within the program like that. You can't be zooming in and out of an image while also pulling up super chats. You know what I mean?
Well, is there a way to pull up super chats and use the keyboard on that? Well, no, I guess you still would be able to. You'd be over there on the StreamYard side. Because if you're dual screening it, you can at least quickly scroll over from one screen to the other. He could be doing a dual screen situation, which might work, especially if you know the keypad codes and stuff, but I don't know.
Yeah, I guess so. If he's like hot keying between the two programs, like
maybe
split.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Like I'm trying to give him like, something. I don't know. fuckery.
Yeah, dude. Why is he drawing himself kissing you?
Why does anyone on the internet do any of the things they do
I don't
nowadays?
know, man.
I don't know. Especially Liam. Why does he do any of the things he does?
Damn, look at those eyebrows. I wish I had those eyebrows.
Dude, he's fast. I'm not gonna lie, because I thought this was like sped up. So I'm sitting here thinking, okay, but no, that's pretty. He's going. I mean, whether it's good or bad as far as like the art itself, just the fact that he's quickly going, like you said, going through it while running whatever StreamYards, EV Mux, whatever he's running, is a little. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I can't quite go that fast. And I love pressing buttons, but damn.
Yeah, he probably hired somebody or got somebody to do it for him.
Well, he could have a background person. That is true. They don't even have to be on, displayed on stage, and they could be helping him in the background. That is true.
Yeah. Yeah, he could be sharing somebody who's drawing it right now, like somebody else is drawing it. But he paused it though. He has like paused it though. Or it looks like
if he has somebody in his studio he's given access to, it's possible they could just be in the background doing comments for him. I don't know if his wife has access to that. Maybe she's just highlighting comments while he's drawing. I don't know.
Or you would hear her talk.
Not if she's just being quiet, maybe. Like, I don't know. I don't know how that fully works, because she can enter in on another computer.
Bogdan.
And she can be in there doing the comments without having to be in the room with him.
Bogdan he keeps calling it out, and he's right. Like he's got line weight. You know what I mean? He's got pressure sensitivity to some of this stuff, and he can't do that with a mouse. You can't. There's no pressure sensitivity when you're using a mouse to do shit.
And see, I haven't played with the tablets like that yet, or anything, the art tablets, to know how that even. That's why I was like, I don't even know.
Like, that's what I have. Like, this is, this is
my kid has one, and I've kind of played with it, but that was like a few months back, and I haven't got it set up right on my computer to work it. So I have the pen, and I've played with the tablet itself. But I don't know how, like, he's doing this. This is trippy. But I don't know enough about the programs and stuff with that to know how easy it is to switch. If you got like if he has a proper setup for that.
See, like, what is it Octum's Razor, where it's like, is it the super complicated reason, or is it just bullshit?
Like the most logical thing is or whatever is most likely is most true, or something like that. Like, out of all the craziness, whatever is most I forget too. It's something like that. Whatever is the most logical, or whatever is true.
Most logical and the simplest.
I don't know if that's the way it's actually described, but something like that.
I'm glad people are coming here for their philosophy. What's that thing, Octum's Razor? I don't know.
I can tell you more about the trolley problem, but I'd still screw that up too. Only because we dealt with that in our shows recently. They talked about the trolley problem a couple times.
The trolley problem?
Mm-hmm.
What's the trolley problem?
So you're on a trolley that's speeding, and it's heading in a certain path, and you know that it's going to hit a group of people. And before it hits a group of people, you're basically given the choice. You can pull a lever and divert the train onto another track, but it will kill one person. What would you choose to do? You choose to allow the train to continue forth and hit the crowd, or would you divert it and hit the one?
Well, I mean, I think, unfortunately, it's take out the one instead of a whole bunch. But,
But then you're choosing.
I know. Well, you're making me choose.
No, I'm not.
Oh, I'm not? So you're saying I can decide to step off of the trolley?
They did that in the show we watched this week.
They're like, yo, I'm not even choosing. I'm getting off the trolley.
Exactly. They said,
I didn't know that was an option.
I didn't either, but they did it to us this week, and it was actually very curious. An old character named Ruth, she had the problem presented to her. She says, I choose to do nothing. Not to get off, because basically the way she described it is, life is what it is. By choosing to divert the train, I'm choosing to kill that person. That group of people the train was already headed that way, which means life was already destined for that. By me stopping destiny, I'm choosing a path as opposed to letting the path proceed as it was already intended. Because I didn't start the train to kill the people, but I'm making the conscious choice to murder this individual. which was weird way to look at it. Because typically you pick one or the other.
Yeah, because that's the problem that's being presented. You know, it's not, you know, normally you don't have like a third option of just like, I don't do anything.
What we're talking? Oh my god, Dark Gift. Hang on. The answer with the least amount of assumptions is most likely the correct one. That's Occam's razor, or Occam's razor, or however the fuck it's supposed to be.
Yeah, that's what I said, right?
Well, we're not paying attention to the chat. DG's getting a little.
Now I'm seriously, I'm sitting here drawing a fucking.
I'm sorry. I'll try to pay attention because I'm not really doing anything right this second now. I'm pretty much done what I needed to do.
Fucking bullshit ass fucking grenades. Grenades are bullshit, man.
Why are we covering the retard koala? Well, we were just trying to figure out how he was stroking it so quickly while also clicking buttons. It was miraculous and confusing. It looked like fuckery. We were working it out.
I just thought it would be funny to watch this
investigation here. It actually kind of is like it's comical, but it's weird because I don't know what he's doing as far as is he doing fuckery or is he really that good? I don't know.
Because when he did this, he started saying that he did the artwork for Dino Kings, and then he had to backstep that a little bit because it was like, nah, bro, there's somebody else did that. It's very odd.
Usually, yeah, most people pick one way or the other. But we finished Widow's Bay, the first season. Last episode was this week.
Widow's Bay. What the fuck is that? A new show?
Yeah, they just finished their season. It's another kind of mystery show. It's set in a bay. It was a whole bunch of haunting, creepy shit going on. It like goes back to like colonial days, but basically this place has a very dark history, and the town has to do something. Basically, when the island is ready for it, you have to do like a sacrifice.
Oh shit!
And it kind of lets you know. They kind of just divulge to us a little bit more about what that's about. It's like this generational thing too, with like bloodlines and stuff like that. It's pretty good, actually. He said they did that to us, and I did not expect the old lady to come up with that answer. I was like, "But you can." She's like, "No, I'm the lever. I choose nothing." I was like, even the dude was like, "Wait, no, you can't do that." He's like, "You have to choose." He's like, "Well, then I don't have a choice if you're forcing me into one." He's like, "Wait, no." You got to hear this old lady argue with him. It was pretty comical.
Yeah, it's like an old sassy old lady fucking comment. Like, no, that's not like the point is which one you have to choose. Well, I don't want to. But then you could be like, okay, well, if you don't do anything, then they all die. Then you could
if you watch the show, you'll even understand why that's even more significant to her. Because the choice that the trolley problem really comes down to is about trying to end a bloodline to stop a curse. And would you take that person out? Would you if you knew there was one person in the town that if you took them out, you deleted them, the curse on this island, at least you assume the curse on the island would subside, it would go away. Would you take that person out? And then it gets to the point to where he realizes, some stuff about this lady and things. And it's a little bit harder to take that person out than you think when it comes right down to it. When you have a connection to them.
Yeah. And, I was thinking about this one while you were talking. Hitler. Like imagine, think about all the stuff that came out of World War II, all the developments that came out, communications, radar, rubber, like all these like various things that have come out, medical discoveries, from different experiments. Like if you go back and kill Hitler, maybe you lose all that. Like, would you still go back and do it?
It's hard to say when you start messing with the threads of fate and destiny and time and stuff. I don't like to play around with the butterfly
benefits.
Effect.
Like what? Like the end.
Well, you can never know. Like you'll never
II,
know. Like if anything, if you changed it, would it affect things positively or negatively? The butterfly effect. I don't want to play with that. I don't want to play with.
I saw that movie. Yeah.
And even like the third one's to me the best out of the three. It's the horror version, like super horror. It gets really dark.
Oh, really? Okay.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I don't want to play with that. I mean, it's great to think
I don't
about.
either. I wouldn't fuck with it because I don't know about you, but I have kids, and just
Mhm.
the idea of like if I do anything fucking wrong, like I can lose them. You know what I mean? Like,
It's so hard to know the ramifications of
oh,
a
if I
decision.
like yeah, man, I wish I went to I wish I went to Japan instead of saving my money that time. And like, okay, I go to Japan, and then this happens, and maybe I get fucking kicked in the nuts, and I rupture a ball, and then I can't have kids, and suddenly, you know what I mean? Suddenly, I
Yeah,
only
it's
have
the
2
ripple
kids
effect.
instead of 4. I don't know. I mean, I'm just like speculative fiction here, but
What's up, Hellboy?
does that make sense? You know what I mean? It's
Mhm.
like
Oh yeah, the ripple
it's like
effects of the butterfly effect are
yeah.
serious. Like
Like I don't want to
you'll
do
never know.
anything that
Or I
fucks up
won't. I can't
anything
figure
that
that
gets
map.
like yeah, I want to be like where do you want to be? I want to be right exactly where I am right now. The only stuff I could affect is tomorrow. I can't affect
Mhm.
yesterday.
If I knowing me, I'm screwed up worse. We'll just stay with what we got. I'm good.
You ever read Chrononauts?
Mm-mm.
That's a good book. That's a good comic by Sean Gordon Murphy and Mark Miller.
Okay.
That's who wrote it. So these 2 guys in the beginning of the book, they figure out time travel, and they figure out like how to put it in their suits. So they
Mhm.
have like these time traveling jumpsuits. And like there's like maybe like 1 or 2 panels of them going, man, we need to be responsible about this. Yeah, absolutely. And then they're like, fuck that. And then they just like start ripping through time. Like one of them is fucking Scarface's girlfriend. Another guy is like running with Genghis Khan and giving Genghis Khan jeeps and shit, and like, you know what I mean? There's like they're just like completely fucking up the timeline.
Mhm.
Bringing back jets to Babylon and stuff. Like it's a pretty fun comic book. And then they eventually have like this crazy chase where they're like jumping through time periods. Like at one point they're like riding down the side of the pyramid, and then they'll fucking do another jump, and suddenly they're like, holy shit, is that Joe Namath? Is this the Super Bowl? And then they fucking jump into another spot while like fucking shooting guns and stuff. I'm getting excited. It's a pretty cool book.
That sounds
Chrononauts.
pretty cool. I've seen some movies similar to that. I'm sure they came after. What was that one? It was one like called Jump or something like that, and the kids had like some kind of power where they could kind of like jump through places and shit. What I don't know if they jumped through time though, but it was kind of cool. They were able to like jump through like these rifts. They had some kind of like power or some shit.
Oh, you talking about Jumper?
Jumper, yeah. That I don't think they did time. I can't remember if it was like a time jump thing or not, but it was like really cool.
Yeah, that was they were like teleporters.
Yeah, that was kind of trippy. There we go. I just remember you were talking about like the pyramids and shit. It reminded me of that movie because they had like that scene where they jumped in and dude was like at the top of the pyramid or some shit.
Yeah,
He was
yeah.
like trying to get away from somebody.
He was a super dick, but like just kind of chud about it. It was just like I teleported over to Hawaii and did some surfing, and then I teleported over here and got laid in Paris, and then you know what I mean? Like he's just
Mhm.
kind of like banging around the globe.
Good night, DG.
Yeah, you know what, man? I think, damn it, Violet.
No, I'll fucking check out. I know it's fucking late there.
Yeah, I'm going to bed.
All right. Gigi,
Hail, brother.
It's all this gay love we were watching here.
It actually looks pretty good. I mean, the art is actually pretty.
No, it is good. That's what I said. He's actually really it's decently done. I'm just like, Jesus Christ, how is he doing this?
Oh, he didn't do it. Yeah, he didn't draw it.
Oh, okay. Well, then there you go. Well, that explains it.
Yeah, I mean, you could just look
crazy.
at his arms and the way he's sitting and his eyes.
Yeah,
I mean, Matt's right that he's not drawing. I mean, he already got caught doing all this other crazy shit. So
this was the first stuff. Like when he did. Look at this. There's Miku, Hale. Like when he did this, I was like, that's bullshit. He didn't do it, and everybody was like, shut up, Matt Barr. Now I'm enjoying the fucking Matt Barr was right.
Well, it's a totally different style than he was drawing when he was on Kings. And I mean, I didn't watch him, but I just saw the results. I'd always just sort of watch Kings or whatever and just be like, see what the end result was. Like, just like, oh, what are these guys drawing? And,
do you remember that Conan one that he did? It was like, bro.
Not really. I don't remember. Really
yeah, he did like, it was a total. Like, here's some paper, and then he just like does it off camera and then pulls it up, and it's like fucking.
Well, I remember John Malin was like tracing stuff for that C2E2 or some shit, like some convention. He was tracing all his headshots or his head, he's like I create like a template and then I just redraw it when I get to the thing. And he's like, that's what all artists do. And he sort of referred to that as like his reasoning behind what he was doing. Like he was like, I'm basically just like tracing or just like light boxing stuff because I already came up with the drawing and I'm just going to do it live this way.
I mean, if you have to do a bunch of headshots, that's not a bad idea to like.
Well, it wasn't his
one
art
with a mark.
tracing.
You know what I mean? Like draw one, do all the contours and everything with a Sharpie, and then just light box 20 of them.
I mean, I've never seen Art Adams do that. I've never seen John Byrne do that. So I don't know what. Yeah, I get it.
Well, I've never seen them have to crowdfund something like that. I've never seen them have to like mass produce their shit. They just kind of like draw it and then that's it. Yeah, I did. Well, I got a book from this guy, Jake Parker. He did a book called Inktober, and he did like the first 100 people that backed the book on Kickstarter. They get a little sketch, and I got like a little like 2x4 cardstock with like a little robot drawn on it.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And I remember seeing the photo, like his update photo, and like he had drawn all 100 monsters differently. Like he drew 100 little monsters.
It's like a fucking job, right? Yeah, it's like actually sitting in front of a seat for 8 hours a day and working. It's like fucking tough. It's a tough fucking job. Dude, being an artist is a fucking job, man. Dude, you got to do a fucking. It's like if I want to be. I mean, I don't know if I ever want to go back and try doing it again, but it's fucking tough fucking work, dude. It's like a fucking hellish work. Dude, your back hurts. It's fucking terrible, dude. It's like,
dude, my like burnt out stuff is is like making cool shit for other people, or like working on other people's shit. You know what I mean? It's like if I don't own a portion of it, or if I'm not getting something out of it, like I don't feel the drive to work on it.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
I mean, I remember talking to like Ethan a long time ago, and I said something like, and he was saying the same thing, but I remember I said something in chat, and he fucking highlighted it or something. I really don't like talking like I even ever talk to that guy, but because he's a fucking retard. But it's just like, why don't you try something new, dude? Like if you're fucking, you can't draw, like this is before he started even working on reworking on fucking like Raymond the Brute and the Cyberfrog shit. I was like, if you're fucking bored, dude, and you can't draw, like you're stumped, just go draw a whole new style. Just try taking on a new style. That's all you have to do. I mean, Frank Miller's done that his career over and over again, like many artists have. Like it's just like you get really bored and you can't draw, or you get like, it's like writer's block or something. Yeah, you just fucking start drawing something really fucking out of your fucking wheelhouse. I mean, I guess Travis Charest, is the one guy that's really been successful doing it. He could really fucking, and Frank Miller, I guess, but yeah, it's crazy to think, man. It's just like, I mean, it's funny he's drawing now. It's crazy to see that shit, dude. But it's like, I don't know. But yeah,
this is way different than his Doomsday.
All his shit's like come to roost, man. With like the little movie perp guy and the fucking like Liam.
That's crazy, dude.
He wasn't saying anything about Liam being a shit artist when he was on the fucking show, dude. He was like, Liam's great. Liam's and he didn't say, Liam, you're a shit artist, but we're having you around, so you better to be on your best behavior. He didn't say anything like that. He just pumped him up. And a little movie perp. I guess he just wanted to make him. That was the guy that he was gonna like pitch his Cyberfrog movie to, like Hollywood.
What?
Yep, that's the story, man. That's the guy, dude. That's the dude. Like, remember he kept hinting. I think you were still on the show, and he was like, I'm gonna get Cyberfrog made. That was the dude he was talking to. That's the dude. And that guy has no credits and doesn't actually he's never worked on anything. So like his whole thing is that he went through the Sundance movie student program like as a student, And then the Sundance people, like they gave him an award. No, he won an award through Sundance for some short. And then like he hadn't really ever worked on anything. And then and then Sundance basically said, as a student or this award winner, we're going to give you a shot to like direct an episode of this show, which is fucking cool as shit. But he's never worked since. So I don't know what the fuck happened, if he really fucked the show up or didn't really know what he was doing, but usually it's a springboard. Like Tarantino had a similar thing. Tarantino had a springboard from Sundance.
Mm-hmm.
And he went on to be Quentin Tarantino. And there's many stories like that. Sundance is basically Robert Redford's organization.
I didn't know that. They have that?
Yeah, it's all based in fucking like, it's based on Sundance, Butch Cassidy and Sundance Kid. And, Robert Redford was Sundance in the movie, right? Old William Goldman movie.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, anyways, so it's been around, dude. Like, it's like if you were in the movie business, you knew about it. You knew like, it's like kind of the prestigious thing to do. So it was like, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I who knows? I've never really seen his movies. I don't know what he's directed. I talked to him. He seems competent, but he's not, I don't know, unless you're getting hired. Yeah, unless you get hired to do something.
Man, the guy sounds like a complete spaz. Like I wouldn't want to be on a set with him, dude. There's no fucking way, dude. I'd want to be in the same room with him.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah. Well, the thing is like distancing himself from him, like fucking like Ethan was saying that he's high on like cocaine. That's what he kept saying. He's like, I think he's on cocaine.
Ethan's high on crack. Like it's funny that he's like calling people's drug use out while he's on film hitting the fucking crack pipe in the parking lot.
I mean, am I
wrong? Am I like?
It looked like a stem to a bong. It looked like some fucking hippie chick with a stem to a bong to me, but I mean, it's like, so it's probably weed, but I mean, weed's never weed anyways nowadays. It's all fucking, there's all sorts of crazy ass weed out there.
I mean, it could have been, dude, the spectrum of what it could have been. We can speculate that it was crack. We could say it was probably weed. It could have been that lady's pubic hair for all we know. She could have been packing her own bush in the
out after it, which is weird. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, mean, people, just from like knowing crazy shit, people will like fucking lace drugs and weed and shit all the time. Like it was a common thing when I was a kid, like some like real like sketchy dudes would be like, I want to smoke weed with you, like a blunt or something. And you're like, I don't know, I want to smoke weed with you. You never knew what they put in the blunt. They could have put some wild shit.
Wow, man,
you definitely don't want to smoke with somebody you don't know.
Yeah, dude. Know.
I mean,
hanging out with some fucking scumbags, dude.
Yeah, you get a feeling from some dudes.
We sat down and started smoking a blunt, and you were like, hey,
you just have that look to them. They're just giving off that vibe, and you're like, yeah, I'm good, man. We're over this way. You have fun.
Why does this blunt smell like burning plastic? Oh, because I put some crack in there. Yeah, I would not be happy.
I've never heard about people putting crack in there, but I've heard of people putting like cocaine and speed and fucking heroin and shit.
I've heard the tar heroin
like with tabs before. You can crush that up, maybe.
Well, people would put like tar heroin on stuff, and that was like common. Like if you, in California, like Mexican weed, they would talk about it all the time. Like they'd sell you like really bammer weed, but then they'd spray it with some kind of chemicals like formaldehyde and all sorts of weird shit.
Fuck.
So you don't want to buy that shit. Yeah, it was one of those things where it's like once you got known to do that kind of shit, like people would beat your ass or something. Like it was like people, you got a bad reputation. But.
One time I was sitting in my apartment watching Animal Planet, and I like was smoking a joint that I rolled. This is a long time ago, and I'm sitting there smoking a joint, and inside the joint I had like put little tiny balls of hash. Right, like little tiny flicks of hash along the blunt.
It doesn't work
along the joint, right? It didn't, dude. So I was sitting there. I take a fucking nice long pull, and it heats up that hash, and the hash just falls right on my stomach.
Oh God! Ow.
And I'm like, yeah, dude. There was like a good like 2 or 3 seconds because I was high as
you
shit.
Have to break it up like a huge amount.
Yo, it was kind of funny.
Yeah, you could take you could turn it into resin, and then you could kind of roll the joint of the weed into it.
Yeah, somebody like gave me and roll they like owed me some money, and gave me hash instead. But yeah, I wasn't a big fan of hash. I'm just
Well, yeah,
Basic
hash also has
flowers.
like a lot of people will take hash and they'll like add like because it's basically a liquid or something. They'll add like opium or something into it. That was a very common thing. This one dude I knew, like we had this hookup and he would always want to get hash. And I remember I smoked it one time and it was like you're fucking high on your high. I was so fucking high. It was like insane. And I was
It
like,
seems
whoa,
like
I'm
too
fucking.
much work. You're like, okay, you got to put it on this, and it just seems.
And then
Like
I
a lot
talked to
of
the guy
effort.
later on. He told me, he's like, yeah, there's opium in this shit. And I was like, I smoked it one time. I never smoke it again. I was just like, yeah, you go get it. You smoke it. I'll smoke a joint.
Smoke my normal
But it was
flower,
like,
man. Fuck.
dude, it was like, you just comatose, man. It was like, and you just got fucked up. But new weeds like that, dude, like new fucking, and like, I've been to Amsterdam and shit, and the weed's fucking super strong there. It was,
Yeah, I've
probably
been
it's
to
just as strong
Amsterdam a
now.
couple times. That's
really?
wild, dude. To just go into a store and be like, hey man, can I buy some of that weed right there? Yeah, sure. Like, whoa.
You're not a criminal anymore.
Yeah. But it's like
a
it
coffee
closes
shop.
down, like the town closes down like really early, right? Like it's like I feel like 10 o'clock everything started closing down.
I just remember the food was really weird. Like the food in Netherlands is like really strange. Like all these fish dishes and just like really strange.
Remember
Kind
the
of food. And I didn't
hamburgers
know what
were
to eat.
weird. It was like they were like adding stuff to the hamburgers. You know what I mean? I was like, yeah, can
I
I get a
remember there's like
hamburger?
green
And I was like, what
tomatoes
the
they would add
fuck
to
is this
everything. It was
shit?
real weird. But yeah.
It was like, oh yeah, we don't do like full hamburger patties. We do like this other stuff. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah. No, it was
Long
an
time ago.
interesting place. It's like
Yeah.
everybody rides a bicycle around, and it's like
There's
all these
bicycles
little
everywhere.
canals. Yeah, these little canals everywhere. It's an amazing place in some ways, but yeah, it's like it has to be like, I don't know. It's like you have to just literally. There's nothing to do there, It's aside smoke weed.
What? There's the Van Gogh Museum.
Oh well, yeah.
There's the wax museum, Madame Tussauds wax museum. There's like a giant. You're not far from The Hague. Like you're kind of close, dude.
What do you do in The Hague?
We went to the beach, and then there's like this giant silver building, and it looks like a molecule that you can go into and see some like cool science shit.
Mm-hmm.
But dude, we're in Amsterdam, and we went to a smart shop where they had the shrooms, right? So you could buy like mushrooms there. So we like bought some mushrooms, and I ate them, and then we went to the wax museum, and I started tripping balls in the wax museum. And I'm a seasoned tripper. I was able to fucking keep my shit together, but it was wild. Because like the first floor, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm starting to feel it. I'm starting to feel the shrooms. Like this is cool. Okay, that's George Clooney. That's Bono. You know what I mean? I'm like recognizing these fucking people. And then we get into like the second floor, and it starts to become like fucking historical people. And some of them I recognize, and some of them I don't. I'm like, oh, okay. And then we go to like the third floor, and it's all like fucking European politicians and royalty, right? And I don't know who the fuck these people are. I don't know who the fuck, like they're just fucking strangers standing still. You know what I mean? Just like wax strangers.
You start tripping real hard at that point,
dude. Yeah, boy. I was like, yo, this shit's kicking in. And so I'm like leaning up against the wall, and I try to like look at one of like the like the plaques, one of the panels that says who the people are, and that was just fucking useless because I like looked and the words looked like fucking trains, like they were just fucking like the sentences were just fucking choo-choo caboosing back and forth, and I was like, all right, fuck reading.
You didn't start trying to dance with them or anything, did you?
No. I just said no. Like I was tripping hard, but it was like very internal. Like I was just like quietly leaning against the wall because I knew the wall wasn't gonna move. So I was just like,
that's fucked up. You're quietly leaning there, like
yeah. I'm just like leaning against the wall, my arms folded, like shit's going off. So you had like I don't know, the fucking Prince of Denmark. I don't know who the fuck these people were. You'd have like the Prince of Denmark just standing there, right? And then you would have like other people walking up, and they would look at the wax figure, and then they would start reading the plaque, and they would stand still for a second. So then for a second, I was like, yo, who the fuck is wax and who's not? Because I would look at somebody and be like, okay, that person's sitting still. That's who. I don't know who that's a wax person.
That's funny.
And then they would like stop reading and then turn. I'd be like, what the fuck? So
Have you ever like?
I was like, yo, we got to get out of here. We got to get out of here right now.
Have you ever stared at like fucking? Have you ever stared at like a fucking like album covers from like the 60s and 70s, like those like site like you know, like
not on
like Sergeant
not on
Pepper's or some
psychedelics
shit?
or anything. I have Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Heart Club's band, but I haven't looked at it on weed. Yeah, I haven't looked at it like balls or anything.
It's fucking crazy, dude. Like it's you could actually see it's like you can see what they're actually doing on those covers, dude. Like they were actually literally trying to trip you the fuck out, dude. It's really weird, man. Yeah, it's like because it's like if you look at the colors on Sergeant Pepper's and an artist, you probably really appreciate like people like the way there's some people are in black and white, some people are in color. You know, there's the wax figures in the front. The Beatles and the Beatles are there, and they're like Sergeant Pepper's thing. So it's supposed to just like it's probably more LSD.
There's all kinds of shit about like Peter's dead or something. There's all kinds of like weird shit going on in the
the music.
Inside on the cover of the album.
Oh, inside, yeah. I don't think I've ever seen the inside of the actual album.
No, on the outside, like there's flowers and stuff. You know, there's all kinds of shit along the bottom.
Yeah, it's like all
it all means shit, dude. I love that album, dude.
That's amazing album. Yeah, no, I mean, just the cover, dude. It's like if you're fucking on psychedelics, and you look at the cover. And you stare at it for a while, it's like you're gonna go out of focus looking at something. There's all this crazy shit that is there. It's like you could see how there's like layers and layers and layers.
Dude, I don't know when I'm gonna have time to do psychedelics ever again, and I don't know if I'm gonna find them either, dude. I'm like, I hit that.
They grow.
Maybe I don't know. I don't know.
I think it's legal
mushrooms well enough to be like, let me just pick this shit out of the fucking out of the dirt and eat it.
I think you can buy
shit
like
and blood.
Kit, dude. Like you buy a shroom kit, and you just have to have like a what do you call it, like a fucking aquarium or something, and you can.
Sounds like a lot of work.
You can just put it outside in your house.
Put in your closet and just grows.
Just put them outside in like their garden beds and grow the shroom kits now.
Yeah, I guess I also just like responsibility wise, like you know what I mean. I could just imagine me like tripping balls and suddenly somebody be like, "Daddy, oh no!"
You might want to have that done somewhere off premises with the tripping.
Absolutely,
shrooms.
Yeah. So it's just I have no idea when I'm going to be able to make a trip for tripping and where it just seems.
I'm gonna have one trip
Busch Gardens will be
for good old times.
Yeah. I think I might have hit my time.
One last trip. Never
I don't know about that. We'll see. Never say never, but at this moment it's not on the menu. I don't really have a desire to go find
years from now or something after all the kids have grown and you're like, well, now the grandkids
fun at college.
20, 30 years from now, and you're like, well, they're all fucking out of the house. Woo! One last trip, yo.
When I finally send my grandchildren back, hey, here you go. Say bye-bye to Grandpa.
I'm going on a trip. See you later.
Finally tripping after 40 years.
There's that new movie called like Rooms or something, or no, what is it called? Like
Backrooms.
Backrooms, yeah. That might be a cool fucking thing to go see on some psychedelics and shit.
Yeah. I want to go check it out. I was supposed to go see that in the theater.
Yeah, I want to see Backrooms, but I don't want to see it tripping. I don't want to see it tripping balls. Yeah, the last movie I saw like tripping balls where I was like, yeah, let's do some shit and go see a movie was Matrix Reloaded.
That's a long ass time ago.
Yeah. But
like
I was
or something.
tripping balls, dude.
2003.
First, I was like telling my friend to stop breathing next to me. I was like, stop breathing, dude. I can fucking hear you. And he was like, what the fuck? I was like, just stop. And so I was like getting all aggro with him about his breathing while I was watching the movie. And then like when Lawrence Fishburne like starts talking to you during like the fucking hippie cave.
Oh, the rave scene or something?
Yeah, the rave scene, like right before the rave scene. Like
that movie was such a pile of shit.
Morpheus is
like,
gonna come and talk to you. Like I'm sitting in the middle of the movie theater tripping balls, and suddenly Morpheus comes out and he's like, I remember for 100 years. I remember, and he was just like fucking like ranting about how we're still here, dude. I was just like tripping balls listening to him. I was like, what the fuck is this guy yelling at me about? And then everybody started moving in slow motion during the fucking orgy, right? Like you remember during the rave scene, like they're dancing and then they like go into slow motion.
I remember it was like Will Smith's wife.
I was tripping hard. I was like, are they in slow motion? Like, are they in slow motion or am I fucking tripping? I was like, what the fuck?
You can tell, yeah.
I don't think there was any slow motion in that movie. I don't know.
Yeah, there is slow motion.
Wait, I thought they
sober.
slowed down a little bit when the two were dancing in the middle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because they're like swinging their hair around and like mud is flying everywhere.
Ugh. A different movie. I mean, not a different movie, but a different one in the series. Because I could have sworn there was a dance scene where they slowed down a little bit.
Yeah, it's the rave. It's the cave rave.
Yeah, it's been a minute since I watched The Matrix.
Yeah, their career just went to like. I mean, they just had nothing going on after that. Like they tried to make a movie anymore.
They tried,
Yeah, I don't know about that last one.
Well, yeah, it was weird. Like I was like living in San Francisco, and they wanted me to like work on that, and I was like, no, thank you. I don't want to work on that movie.
Are you going to San
I just remember just being like, I'm all, what are they doing? Like he's like, oh, they were doing all these green screen shit and stuff like that, and it's like I was like, I'm all, they're really making another one of those movies? And they're like, yeah, we're making it.
I mean, it's like you watch it, and there was like some kind of cool elements. You're like, okay, that's a progression. Okay, that's progression. But the shit that you like enjoyed, the gunfighting, the insane karate kung fu shit, that was all missing.
So like there was like
they didn't have
like
that
one like
they didn't have the same fight team, they didn't have the same gun choreographer.
So like there was that one movie like Iron Man 3, I think, and it had like Gwyneth Paltrow became like the fucking badass in the movie. Isn't that right? That Iron Man 3?
She got the Extenza nanos or whatever the fuck.
Some bullshit. She's such a shit actress.
What the fuck is her? Does she have a magazine called Glop or Gloop?
I have no idea, dude. But she's.
It's the sound of.
I mean, I like
the sound of her husband's semen dropping out of her vagina when she's sitting on the
toilet. But anyways, Iron Man 3. It's like basically like it's like reminds me of that. So it's like the end of like that movie. It basically it's like the Carrie Moss lady becomes like the hero, and then she takes on everybody, and then like Neo becomes like this kind of back like fucking character. He's like, oh, I'm just sit around while my wife beats everybody up for me.
Well, and then it became
the same thing they did in Iron Man 3, and then nobody ever wanted to see the movie again. It's like Iron Man 3. Okay, the series is over. Okay, they came up with like, and then the last one, Carrie Moss is now a badass, and they think that's going to be like this catapult to the movies being a whole new series with her as a star, and it just killed the whole series. It's just fucking dumb.
Yeah, no, I think because I mean I like the dude better anyways. He was the sort of the star of it. Yeah, I don't like it when they do that in any of that stuff. It was right around that same time, and I hate to like be like, oh, it's the woke shit, but there was a little bit of, I feel like that's part of that really bigness.
Oh yeah, those guys.
It's not just the boy; it's also the girl. She's the one as well. There's two.
And I'm like, damn, you screwed it all up.
Which, if you wanted to do like it takes two of them and like a man and a woman are the ones that like power. I mean, you could have gone with that, but like in the beginning, you know what I mean? Like that should have like been worked out in the trilogy, the original trilogy. Because it almost does go there, you know what I mean? Where it's like all your other predecessors did this because they were in love with
where they like
people.
Changed who the lead was. If it was male, they changed it like female. If it was female, they changed it.
Yeah, they did that for a little while.
Changes where it was like, we're going to start this like new generation, but I'm like, no.
They do the same thing. The Game of
Thrones
last
with
season.
Vaginas. They did,
what was it? Pet Cemetery. They did that one. It was horrible. It wasn't the newest one. It was the one before the newest one where they changed like the son and the daughter's outcome or some shit like that. I wasn't too into that one.
Oh, really? It was like
Like, remember the little boy gets hit by the thing or something,
Yeah.
but they changed it to the little girl. It was like a
what the
reimagined or
fuck?
remake or some shit. I forget which one that one, but it wasn't the last one.
I
The last
played
one was
with
like
Daddy.
a prequel.
Now I want to play with you. Remember that
Yeah,
shit
they
was-
like changed it, and it wasn't.
Mm.
I mean, it wasn't as good as the original one. I didn't mind the whatever the newest one, or it's not really new. It's been out for years now, but the prequel, that one wasn't bad. Where you get to hear about Jed or Jeb or whatever his name was, and kind of his life as a young person becoming who he was.
Yeah, those movies seem like they're just like it's weird because like Game of Thrones did the exact same thing where they basically had like the Stark girl be like the super badass assassin and all this random shit. And I sort of believed it, you kind of had it, but it was like she basically was more powerful than like Jon Snow and like all these other people. Like she just became like this. It's so powerful.
I liked her. I liked her little story of being like a wimpy little girl to being like
it's an
a
anime
fucking
kind of
ninja.
like thing. Yeah, I mean it's.
I mean, at least hers
I
wasn't the worst.
I still
don't
think Jon
hers was
Snow
the
would kick her
worst.
ass. I mean,
Because they at least progressed her to that point, and they kind of gave a reason to a degree. Like the eldest son was no longer really the son; he was the crow or whatever, the eye, or I forget what the fuck that was called. And then Jon Snow, supposedly he didn't want to take anything. He just wanted to be the Watcher of the Wall, and everyone understood that. But whatever. I mean, so I guess she was like the only one left to take the North.
Oh, is that what happens in the end? I forget. It's been so long since I've seen the ending. She becomes the queen or something of like Winterfall or some shit or something.
The older one does.
Yeah, the older.
Oh,
one
the redhead.
Yeah.
Yeah, that seemed nice. But now I'm just sort of saying like the younger daughter, the one that's
oh
like
yeah, she became like the sort of assassin for the family.
She kills the king, like she does some crazy flip thing in the middle of the air, and then she stabs him with the dragon's glass or something. And I was like, "What the fuck is this shit?"
Yeah.
And Jon Snow is like,
I like it, dude, because
they built her up.
I gotta push back because they show her doing that save move earlier when she's fighting or practicing sparring against Brieth of Tarth. She does this little fucking move where she's blocking and then drops the knife and catches it and fucking does something. So I'm sure she's already like
whole thing
has like established that she does like little like knife drops. Drop the knife, catch it.
I just think that Jon Snow should have been
face god too. She had that whole time with the mini face god or whatever, and
she wasn't like a power Sue fantasy at all. Like she lost her eyes. She lost her eyes for a while. She was getting her ass kicked.
I'm not saying that. Like, I'm not saying that the arc isn't pretty cool. I think her arc is really cool. It's just that I think they kind of made Jon Snow like this sort of like he was building up. You could tell like, so what I understand in the background was the last like 2 seasons or whatever, which is like one of the last books. That's when the producers started controlling like Martin's like fucking control over it. They started telling him what to write. And so that's the reason it kind of just seems woke to me. And I think that I'm guessing by it, but I think that they try to change it around to where, Martin had to like fucking sort of like make her a main character and make Jon Snow a minor character, because I think he was going to end the whole thing totally differently. I think he was going to end it with like
that fucking show ended like asshole, dude.
Everybody hates it, dude. They hate the new series too. It's just, it's just like, I mean,
I was super pumped though, dude. At like one point, you're like,
oh, it was inspiration on television for a while.
When you had like every single badass dude on the show was together on a team fighting ice zombies, I was like, this fucking show rocks. When you have the Hound, the fucking Wildling, the guy with the flaming sword, you know what I mean? When they're like fighting all those zombies on that frozen lake, that shit was peak, dude. That shit was dope as fuck.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, they built up to a really cool thing with Jon Snow, and then just didn't deliver with the Jon Snow story. And that's just made Jon Snow and this loser. It's like, I don't mind her being a badass, and I think that she had a really cool arc to a certain degree. It's just that like they kind of made it a little too. She just didn't need anybody. Like she could just do anything. Like it was just like she went and assassinated that whole family that they killed her brother and all. Yeah, it was just so weird. It's just
Greyjoys,
so over
not
the
the
top.
Greyjoys, the phrase.
The phrase,
yeah.
It's just a little over the top. I mean, it was like the show was a little bit more grounded for the first few seasons, and then it became ungrounded. It just became like a little bit ridiculous with her character.
I thought they were going to bring more back
And
in
Snow
with the many face god, and what was the one, the fire god or whatever, with the red priestess and shit. And then they kind of dropped off with that too, because I thought they were going to bring back somebody else using that, but then they kind of ended it, and I was like, oh, okay.
I'm glad everybody who was like a piece of shit like got it at the end, because for a while watching it, you were going, "Yo, all the bad guys are winning."
Yeah, Littlefinger. I kind of did enjoy that though. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I started rewatching
it. Stanley Baratheon, the brother. It was like, "Yo, you fucking sacrificed your daughter." Like as soon as he did that, I was like, "Fuck this guy." I liked him before that, but
Littlefinger was a piece of shit. He got what was coming to him.
Totally.
Yeah. I mean, it ended in its own way, but it's like it didn't leave for anything more to be added to it. It's like the series was definitely, people didn't want to watch it anymore. It's like Sopranos. People were kind of like last season of Sopranos. People were like, I don't know. Even The Walking Dead. It was like Walking Dead. I didn't even watch the last like whatever seasons.
I haven't either.
But I heard it was so bad.
As far as like, I haven't done House of the Dragons. I stopped after season 1.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. House of the Dragons is weird. It's just, it doesn't feel like the same world. It feels like some kind of different, and it's just so, it feels small. It doesn't have that hugeness of like this whole giant, like, all these different players doing different things. I mean, you already made that, you already made Game of Thrones, so we know the world. It should be pretty easy just to, it's almost like Star Wars. It should be pretty easy just to drop some cool shit in there.
I like the
Star Wars world.
The bringing in the Targaryen bastards into the dragon caves, right? Where they're like, "Yo, we need dragon riders." Like, fuck if you're royalty or not. Like, I know we have some like Targaryen blood out there, and they bring in those people, and they just start getting eaten by the dragons. This shit was fucking.
Was that season 1 or 2?
Maybe
season 2.
I don't know.
I don't
maybe
that.
The end of season 2. I think it's the end of season 2 because there's like a blacksmith. There's like a blacksmith who gets a dragon, and then there's like the city drunk, like the guy who's always at the tavern talking about being a Targaryen. He ends up getting a dragon. I thought that's cool. Those two guys, I want to see that storyline. The guy who's like, "Yo, I was just a blacksmith, and then suddenly I'm a dragon rider." That seems kind of cool.
Yeah, I mean, it's all about characters. If you have really cool characters and really good drama, like between the characters, like the characters play off each other, you're gonna have a good show. Even if it's just about two guys in a room arguing with each other, it's like, it'll be good if you set it up right and you have this kind of drama built up. But yeah, the first season was just like, I was just like, what is this going on? It was all about like some little girl like riding a dragon. What? It was like, I don't care about little girl riding a dragon. It just doesn't mean anything to me. This is like, dude, she got a dragon, and it's like, okay.
Hey, Matt, you're
good
back
news. Matt, Ethan's on Shane Show said you're back in CG now. You, Mike Wheeler, JD are now CG.
Wow, now you got some good company.
Yeah. A fucking pornographer and a furry.
This has something to do with that El Nino I keep hearing about. Everybody keeps talking about El Nino is supposed to be horrible this year. That what the hell's going on?
What I don't know what that is.
You know about El Nino? It's about the weather thing.
Tornado?
The weather, how it, we get that little whatever. Is it like the water, the heat in the ocean or whatever? Talker. I forget. El Nino has something to do with the weather.
It has something to do with the weather, like makes more
supposedly they say it's supposed to be like more flooding this year or some shit. Allegedly.
Fauci needs to send you the link of the fucking hey, Kirk, you need to send him the fucking timestamp so you can watch it. This would be great. Dude, like
I'm the chosen.
Let me just say this, dude. If he does invite you back on somewhere, the fact that you can go in there and just talk a bunch of shit to Shane and make him go crazy could be the greatest amount of drama in the world. Just go in there and start talking a bunch of shit to Shane, because Shane can't handle anybody talking shit to him. He has such an ego. I mean, the guy's a good artist. He's a nice guy, probably, but doesn't handle drama in any kind of way.
Yeah, I mean, anything I've said,
it'd just be hilarious, I think.
Yeah, I don't know. At this point, it's just like kind of like banging on a dead horse. You know what I mean? It's just like,
Yeah, he's definitely going to bring you in there just so he could farm. You could try farming crap. It's
Like
the only
Shane,
person
like
I've ever
you
seen
know what
him
I
kind
mean?
of
It's like
get
Shane's
advantage of
never
by
gonna
bought
be
off
like,
of
"Hey
him.
man, my bad." Like I said that you struck my channel and you didn't. My bad. Like it's never gonna happen. So like, do I keep being upset about it, or do I just be like, the guy's just a fucking schmuck and move on?
Yeah, it's the same thing.
I'm in the
Same story with
latter. You know
Liam,
what I
right?
mean? Where it's like he's just fucking schmuck.
Yeah, like Liam's is not in control of himself, dude. Like he literally does not have the control or the wherewithal to actually cohesively think about something and do it the correct way. And so it's like when he says something, it's like I feel sorry for him because I know that he's probably right
I
about
don't
it
feel
in a
sorry
certain
for him,
way.
dude. The lying,
Well,
like he starts
yeah, he's
talking, and
fucking
every
too much.
few minutes, dude, it's like you're like, nah, I know that's bullshit. Nope, I know that's bullshit.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't know. I haven't dealt with him in that respect, and like, so I honestly, I just think I think he's a flawed kind of person where he just makes mistakes and doesn't know how to own up to them. He's one of those people, you kind of just like, I wouldn't get in business with him. I would definitely
Hell
avoid,
no, no.
deal with them. And so it's like, and that's sort of what this whole sort of thing is, like the whole Comiskate thing is, which is kind of dead now, but is Comiskate was all about business dealings with everybody else, everybody kind of working together and like synergy and promoting each other's comics and doing all this shit. Something that, that's what the thing is. Shane and John say that shit all the time. It doesn't seem like they would ever do that for you. They don't. When I was kind of started watching the shows, like they were like closed down to everybody. Like we don't do that shit anymore. We fuck these people. Fuck you guys. It's like, whoa, okay. I was like, man, dude. It's like, and it's like they were going and they started going after you. It's like they brought in Vito, they brought in fucking like Riley, they brought in all these people that don't even draw comic books, and they were just, and it's like all they did was just go and trash anybody that was like, that Ethan wanted to do. And so
there used to be a lot more collaborating with the smaller people. Like the bigger people, like Graham would just put out his stuff. No offense to these people, but like Graham would put out his stuff. Shane would put out his stuff. Blah blah blah. You know what I mean? And like there wasn't a lot of like collaborating between them. Like I don't remember Shane doing any covers for Graham, but I mean, I know a bunch of people did covers for Ethan, but I feel like there was more collaborating between the smaller creators, the smaller campaigns. You know what I mean? There's more like cross pollination of people, because like I did a bunch of stuff for people, and I know I wasn't the only one to do like a bunch of stuff for a bunch of people. You know what I mean? I know there's a bunch of people doing stuff. So
for me, it's like
I saw a bunch of it as the lower levels.
For me, the whole thing just revolves around like, it's like you grew up as an artist and you're around and you get critiqued by people. And there's like a whole world of critiquing people and critiquing comics and critiquing all this shit. And just and it seems like all these people are kind of just, they don't critique shit. They don't do any of that stuff. They're just like, it's just all this kind of weird. It's a really weird vibe of like,
there's some sensitivity stuff. There's some like some kid gloves that was being asked to help, like, hey, like be lighter on these people because this is their first book or this is their dream to be doing a comic book now, so don't be so rough. You know?
You mean? Well, I mean, yeah,
I mean, there's a bunch of people like that. There's a bunch of people who like showed up in like a Lazmat. You know what I mean? It was like nice guy, but like, who the fuck is gonna buy that? You know?
Apparently, he sells a lot of comic books, but yeah, you wonder why they're buying the comic books.
I mean, are they buying it because of him and his personality? Like, if you were walking into a comic book store, would you pick up fucking Warrior Drake?
They would know. Yeah, I don't think the store would even order it. I think the store would be like, "This is."
So, I mean, there is an industry standard. There's a market standard where people would be like, "That looks good. That doesn't." But
yeah, no, I 100% agree.
I'm totally fine with like criticism. You know what I mean? I'm fine with, but nobody like when Rock and Roll Ninja came out, like nobody cracked that book open and really was like talking shit. They were like just trying to talk shit about me rather than the book.
And that's where people like Riley and like fucking Mint and fucking
they kind of showed up right about the same time that Rock and Roll Ninja was getting released, which fucking sucks because so like.
I mean, he would never be in this industry or he wouldn't be in this little scene if fucking Ethan didn't want to, whatever reason, have him here. You know.
Yeah.
And his exact words to me was like,
chats. It was literally down to they send me super chats and they pay for memberships, so that's why they get preferential treatment.
I mean, I'll say this, like, in my opinion, like, Ethan will lie without even any sort of like pause. The guy's just a natural liar, and it's hard to deal with the guy. He lied to me like many times, and I just don't.
It's not even like a weird thing that's hidden. He admits it, because it's like he'll show DMs, and it's not even just mine. It'll be like other people's. He'll like fucking like he'll read it and talk about how he was lying the whole time. Like, oh yeah, this person said this, and I replied with this, but I was really thinking the opposite. Yuck, yuck, yuck. And then the person said this, and I replied with this, but I was really thinking this. Ha ha ha. And it's like that's how you're operating with people. Like, so your whole like interaction with everybody is just like fucking the exact opposite. It's fucking bizarre, dude. I've never encountered a grown man who was like, yeah, everything I tell you, it's going to be the opposite of what I'm actually thinking. What the fuck?
Well, the whole crazy thing with that guy that was like the puppeteer guy, and the puppeteer changed. You basically just flipped on him for no reason. It was weird because the puppeteer was like, they were going after you, but they were going after July, and they were going after all these people. It was like they were
going after me, my wife. He did like a puppet of my wife. He was doing puppets of other people's wives. Eric's July's wife, fucking
Neurotic's wife. I remember.
And then it was like, oh no, like
that was crazy.
It was like, oh no, Ethan didn't ask for him. Like it got very like muddy at the end, where like the guy was like, "These are mine. You can't post it, and if you show these videos anymore, I'm gonna flag your channel." So like they got like
that
weird
guy,
Knife School, the guy who made the
he eventually got there, but I mean when they were working together and that whole little scene was going on, it was like they couldn't tell a lie fast enough to cover each other's ass. Like, oh, I'm not telling him what to do, but he's telling me what to do. I'm not telling him what to do. Oh, he's telling me. It was like these lies were just coming out. And it was like, okay, it's like they're just trying to run cover for each other 24/7. It was like,
so Ethan's like, hey, my hands are clean because he owns them and he's just making them. And then the Knife School guy is just basically like, hey man, chill out. I know I was saying doing a bunch of crazy shit, but maybe just relax. And it's like, what do you like? Get the fuck out of here, dude. Like, what do you mean just take a chill pill? Like, fuck your puppet chill pill, bitch.
Well, he was going after everybody. He went after remember the last thing he did was he
was going after everybody that Ethan told him to.
Yeah, that's my feeling, because like it wasn't like these were like anybody's enemy but Ethan's. So it would be really weird if it wasn't like, and he said he's like, I'm paying him and I'm telling him what to do in the beginning, and then it became when that whole backlash of like neurotic thing happened and his wife. Then it became, oh, I'm hands off, because he didn't want anybody going after his wife. I guarantee you is what happened. So it just became like, oh, I don't want to get in trouble, so I'll just start lying. And it's just people see right through it.
I mean, he got super shocked when people like said some shit. I said some shit like after like several months of him making up shit about my wife. I was like, man, I think I said.
Well, he was going after fucking the Yellow Flash's wife just recently.
Yeah, I was like, hey man, like, why don't you go, instead of going after people's wives, why don't you go spend time with yours before she turns into a vegetable? And he fucking, that just triggered him, dude, to fucking no end. And then I was like, what's up, vegetable fucker? I started calling him a vegetable fucker after that. And that was just like, Matt Barr is a fucking evil person. Like, okay, bro. Like we all
know Chris Bacon is like, Chris Bacon's exact same story as fucking Night School. Like he's just doing exactly what Ethan tells him to do. It's fucking retarded, man. It's just like we all know that's what's going on.
Yeah, dude. Ethan doesn't care who Chris Bacon is, what he did, where the money's coming from.
Well,
it's
you
just
don't even know.
Cash. He doesn't give a fuck.
You don't even know what Chris Bacon's been up to. I mean, you found out one thing he did, or maybe a few things he did, but he's probably did countless other shit he's tried to do. Just like fucking like
I'm sure, dude. He's a complete SJW, just running his own solo gay op war on anybody he doesn't like. Like my first interaction with the guy, Frog Tony buys the Renowned sketch, and Wiggles like does something with it. I forgot. Like he puts on a cup or something, and Chris Bacon is like, "Yo, you can go sue Wiggles for $500,000." Like he just starts like feeding fucking Frog Tony like this whole thing of lawsuits and you know, getting litigious with Wiggles until Ethan stepped in and was like, you don't have you know, reproduction rights or whatever for that art. But
I mean,
that was the first time I was like, who the fuck is this bozo?
Yeah, I mean, they're not the nicest people, and like, but I mean, I just think about the whole situation of going behind and just like, you know, doing this little troll things on people, and then when you get caught doing it, it's like it's just, I don't know, man. It's just like
he knew Eric July. They like lived in the same neighborhood. He lived in the same neighborhood with Eric.
Oh, I know the whole
finds out the Eric thing is happening and like tries to get a job with him. Eric is like, no, and this dude just ends up like hounding him and stalking him at conventions and shit, and making live streams where he's like leaving his folder or something, or his trapper keeper there or something. It was fucking bizarre, dude.
My guess is that like when Eric and Ethan made a lot of money selling comic books, like they got those big campaigns, like $1 million whatever campaigns. Yeah. People like Chris Bacon came out of the woodwork looking to make money. So they think that they're gonna like somehow. Yeah, the same thing with like Little Movie Bird. Probably somehow get involved and get all this like kind of like crowdfunding money, and they're going to get some money for some reason. They think that they're smart.
How weird they get you know, if he wants to come in here and make money, then make a comic book and then try. You know, there's none of this. I mean, like, dude,
that's weird, what fucking what's his name? Like fucking Matt Rummer's doing. Like Rummer is basically, he came in, he bought his way in. And like the first thing he said was, "I'm going to make my own comic book. That's the reason I'm here." But he's putting on the convention.
You know, Mike Rumor is like, hey, I want to come into comic books and make a comic. That's fine. But like walking around telling people that he's lost $50K on something, I'm like,
I don't even know what's going on there. I know that he has a hotel lined up. I don't know what he spent or whatever.
Does he? Is that like he paid money to have the room? Like, did he rent the space out?
It's like this.
Come
like
hell or high water. Is that like? Is it just going to be Matt Rumor sitting in a giant convention hall if nobody shows up?
I mean, I don't know, but I don't know.
Did he already pay for a block of hotel rooms? Like how do you?
Well, the way it works is like this. It's like, so you'll book like the those event halls, right? And then you promise to sell a certain amount of hotel seats. So it's like you put up a website and then you say, all right, when I sell, and then it's because nowadays you just click the link on the website to go rent a hotel room, and that's what he was talking about. He's like, I've pre-ordered like 100 hotel rooms, and I'm going to sell them to you at a discounted price. So in his world, and then like you saw the whole thing, like Raptor was saying.
So he booked them. So he booked 100 rooms. So he like laid the money down for these 100 rooms, or he didn't. Is he saying he probably has
a deal with he probably has a deal where he'll get a percentage of the sales price. So he'll start making money. Yeah, as to if he actually spent money, I don't know. It's like weird because it's like, imagine even if he did spend money, it's all in credit. I don't think he's actually.
Yeah, it just seems shenanigans. It's just the math don't math
the whole
to me.
Industry. Yeah, it's the whole industry. So if you have connections with people will give you credit to do stuff. So he's probably that room. He said he got rooms for all the different artists to be there. So that's probably where the money's gone to a certain degree. And then he's already. They call it like you book a bunch of rooms together. Like you book like
a block.
Yeah, you book a block, and then you start selling them. So maybe that was his idea, is he could sell a block of rooms and do it. I just don't think that.
He's going to
I
need
think if
more
you
than
did in
fucking
Vegas, he might be
23
able to get away with
people.
it, but I don't know. I mean,
He's
I
going to
don't
need
think
more
you
than
could only go
23
to
people showing up.
Well, that's the weird thing. It's like, I don't know. I think what they're talking about doing is, he was a New York Comic Con or whatever. Maybe he was. What was the last one? The ones in like Charlotte. So he was at Heroes or something, and he was trying to get people. I think he's basically trying to sign people. So he's probably, maybe that's how he's going to get rid of his rooms. He's going to be able to get another 100 people there. I mean, people, if you live in Atlantic City, I don't know what kind of foot traffic's there, and I don't know what kind of thing. People will see there's a Comic-Con, they have interest. You can get foot traffic.
Sure.
I mean, it's a good area to a certain degree, but it's the whales that you want to get in there. You want to get you want to get people that are going to like,
prove me wrong. You know what I mean?
I mean,
San
Diego
Comic-Con fucking thing, but right now my
away.
money is on. It ain't gonna fucking happen. It's
just who's going to be there. It's like they apparently people don't want to go see Shane Davis, Ethan, and fucking John. They don't really care to go see him. They see him enough on the internet. They don't really need to like go to the show. And
well,
so
man,
they don't have
let's put a fucking pin in it, bro.
I mean, if you can get the dude that made Batman, they were doing Batman, like fucking like Absolute Batman. You get those dudes there. As you can see, people on the East Coast wanting to go there, and you just see them, but they already go to New York Comic Con, so they might have already seen them, But if you can get in that immediate area, Philadelphia, Atlantic City, New Jersey, it's like halfway between Florida, halfway between New York.
Yeah,
but there's already Charlotte's the same place, I guess, to a certain degree. I don't know if Snyder was there, and if you can get like someone like Zach, what's his name, the guy who did Absolute, the Snyder guy, and then like other artists. And there's a bunch of artists. Like you get Mark Miller there, you get people that are real artists. I was telling him like, I was just thinking to myself, like I said, I was like, if you got anime, you had an anime section, that'd be fucking huge, because it might be the only anime convention kind of people, so you have to fly people from Japan or something. That might be expensive, but
that's crazy. You remember when they were like the beginning of Comicsgate, there was like, yo, anime is fucking eating our lunch, we're losing our fucking market to anime. Now it's like, hey, let's have anime at our show.
Well, I don't know if they're going to do that. I think it's, I mean, I don't know what he's going to do. I mean, Rumor knows is like, he's done a lot of conventions. The guy is a professional, so he has to have.
He hasn't done any comic book conventions. He hasn't done any comic. He's done like fucking chili cook-offs and shit.
Oh, is that right? You think that's like that small of shit?
Yeah, and it's like his family stuff. So I don't know. We'll see. I wish him the best. I hope they pull it together, and I hope it's safely. It goes off without any hitches. No pew pews.
It's weird. They had Liam at one point. Now they don't have Liam. It's just
do you really think the FBI went to Ethan?
Oh, that whole thing. So I think that Ethan called the FBI. Yeah, on little.
You know who else called or who else reported him? Chris Bacon said he reported it.
Well, they're all covering for Ethan. I mean, my guess, but I'm guessing. I don't really know, but I mean, if the FBI came to your house and said, "Did you report this?" Like that's the first thing because he went live right after it happened. He goes, "Did you call us and tell us this thing?" It sounds like the FBI would know that, and I don't think you just give somebody's name and address and then they show up. They're going to give you a call. And there's
I find the whole thing fishy. I find the whole thing's a little sus.
I think my guess is that, like, remember Raptor was saying that he was going to go there, boots in the ground, the whole thing. I think it's all about Raptor. I think as much you just want to admit how intimidated he is of Raptor.
I don't know why they need to be intimidated with Raptor. He's literally just showing clips of shit that they're doing.
I don't want.
You know what I mean? It's like he's like logging like them. Like he's not like he's like. You know what I mean? It's like he's just fucking putting a mirror up to their fucking dumb shit.
It's funny that Raptor started doing a show.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's like Ethan and all these people need to be upset for their own retardation and not being like getting mad at Raptor for putting a spotlight on it.
It's funny that Raptor was doing a show, right? He'd been doing a show for like over a year. And after he already started doing the show and basically knew that he was like going after Ethan, knew he was going after him and making jokes about him. They were just laughing about him. Ethan did that whole did that whole thing where he went to the thing and got in supposedly smoked some kind of drugs and got drunk off his ass and said he wanted to like cheat on his wife. Those things are crazy. And so he already knew that his audience was turning on him, but he still did it. You know, it's that kind of reckless behavior. That kind of shit is like gold in some ways, you know, for Raptor.
I'll tell you what's gold.
He's been dining off on that for years.
What's gold is hearing that one gun is he's got a foot missing and he's going to be losing a hand
because of like diabetes or something.
Yeah, dude. I feel like this motherfucker's falling apart, dude. Like,
yeah, I don't know why those guys are in. I don't know what those guys are doing. I remember it's like weird because they're doing the drama stream, but they don't put out comic books, and then they're going to put a comic book out, and everybody that works with them doesn't want to put a comic book out anymore. It's really weird. Like it's like they'll have a comic book coming out, then 2 weeks later the comic book's been postponed indefinitely. It's really weird. But
I'm going to bed. Thank you for being here.
Yeah, man, anytime.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, it was good
talk to you guys later. Everybody in the chat, thanks for being here.
See you, Kirk. See you, fucking tree.
Kirky Turkey.
See you, Mighty.
Kirky Turkey.
Hey, Kirk's your biggest fan, dude. Kirk's your biggest fucking fan.
The gay chicken champion.
He fucking loves you, man.
I bet.
Yeah, get some sleep, man. Have a good night.